Previously on This Old Outboard.
Alright, had my old man nap. Anyway, it's looking good. Here's, I was picking at some of these spots down here. It's got some hairs in it. It's not dry, but hairs in it from the roller. Then these little bubble marks. But other than that type of thing, there are more hairs in there. Looks pretty good. Crazy thing is, this is sticky as unbelievable. Why is this so sticky? Same paint. Weird, wild, wacky stuff, man. Weird, wild, wacky stuff. So there's what it looks like this morning. I'm gonna lightly sand it and just give it one little thin coat. Just a real light sand, thin little coat. And put another coat on the old bar top here. Mix the little Japan dryer and acetone. See how quick this dries up. Alright, so let me show you this. Well, I can't seem to find what I was looking for. Anyway, I don't know if I showed you, I got all this foam, all that foam, and for putting under the floor, and another big piece where that came from, big 4x8 piece. What I'm looking for that oh, there it is, right there. Let me dig that out. This stuff, it's plastic, and it was a 2x4 sheet, and I found it on the side of the road one day, and I've used parts and pieces, cut, made different things out of it. But instead of using wood on the back of the transom, outside back, I wanted to use this. So we'll go down today, fit it, and then get a Sharpie, get all my holes figured out, drill them out, and then cut this, shape it whatever it needs. And the other thing, I was a little confused about the transom pre-drilling it, because in some of these forums, these guys are like, well, thank God I pre-drilled that thing, blah, blah, blah. But in my brain, it was telling me if I drill it straight here and put it in, the holes aren't going to be, but they are. So if I drill it straight, put it in and lean, it's still going to be straight. So I need to double check that, make sure how things are lined up, put it in, mark it, bring it back, drill it. Alright, so I'm going to stick my screwdriver through here, and sure enough, that's how the holes are. So I'm going to put it in and get me some marks and drill it down to that. I'm going to get a scraper, I think, do a quick cleanup on this first. Boy, that through the roof silicone stuff called Through the Roof. Pretty good stuff. Damn. Really good stuff. I've got all these little extra holes that I put in when I put that aluminum plate on. And then there's these two wacky looking holes here that are way off crooked. I'm not going to drill, I'm just going to drill these and the sides And I need to get a couple of tow rope things. And then my drains here for when the splash well goes in, if it goes back in, I'm not going to drill those either. And then I'm assuming these goofy looking holes here and here were for whatever motor was on this thing. I'm not going to drill those either. Just want to drill my main screws, bolts, and worry about the rest when the motor goes on and all that stuff. Yeah, I wonder if a torch will get this off any easier. It's got to come off. Let me go get a torch and see. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. She works. I can only come down as far as these rivets, which is as far as the plate piece thingy in here. But then I need to cut this short for my top piece fits on. And I need a measurement. I'm going to go right here in the middle of the drain holes. So I probably should have sanded this first, because there's some, like right here, some big chunks of fiberglass. Ah, son of a... Let me see if I can knock those big pieces off. I think I'm in, like Mr. Flynn. Anyway, went around, marked all my drill points, and fitted the other piece for here. I've got all this, this extra stuff to do. Clean all this paint off, or, pain in the ass. See my gap? That's a big ass gap. I thought I was just going to be able to throw a couple of washers in there. I'm going to need more than a couple if I'm going to do it that way. I need to put something in there that came out huge. Now how did that happen? There's no way you're going to squeeze all this together. And, those pieces underneath, it's just a huge gap. Now I could cut it off start all over again. But I don't know, maybe just to get some wood in here or something. I don't know, maybe some of that gray board, that plastic, and then I need something to fill it up because washers ain't going to do it. So once again, pain in the butt. I think you can see this piece of plywood that's been in here, and it's been through a lot. And we check the measurement here. 5/8. So 5/8. I thought this was a 1/2 inch. So I just wanted to show you at 5/8, there's no flex in this board. This is what I'm going to go for. I'm not going for 3/4. You know, the lighter, the better. 1/2 would be nice if I could get it in here and it's not going to flex. But I thought this was 1/2. This thing, though, it ain't moving. That's where I want to be on my floor, weight-wise. Alright, get back out of the heat, or out of the sun. These were my Sharpie marks, and I took the drill bit and just made like a little, you know, guide hole, you know, as close to center as I could. I missed that one. And these 6. Miss these 2. Right here. This thing is still actually sticky. It's not fully dry. See, all these little hairs are still peeling off. And I did that. Gouged it up. But what are you going to do, right? Lightly sand it. Wait till it's real good and dry. Give her another coat. Man, made me mad. Then on the sides, look at it, you can see here where I'm rubbing, coming in there, rubbing somewhere here. On the sides, you can see on both sides where I hit the rivets. See all these little, that's where I started, then tap it down. You see, this is what I'm talking about, you know. This has got fiberglass and thick coat of paint. Look at that big, it's full of fiberglass, but still. That's hitting bare wood right there. You know, I mean, should I drill these spots out and fill them too? It's all going to get sealant all the way around. And my table slash workbench slash bar is drying up. Still ticky-tacky. I'm still, you know, not completely confident on drilling these holes, you know, super straight. Boy, this almost looks too low. I thought I was hitting bottom. On the ends it looked like I was, or close. That's pretty damn low. The screw hole, I don't know. It looks a little too low for me. And that's size bolt, not very big around. It's always something, man. Always something. I was a little worried about these knee brace holes. And I went down and checked on the boat from the inside brace where the bottom of the transom slides into where that bottom hole is, and measured it from the bottom up. And 3/8 center. And because when I looked at my marks on the transom board, which is in the shed there, I'm like, man, that's too close to the bottom of the board to put a frickin' screw through, you know? Just seemed way too close. So I went down, measured it, blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, I didn't think I was hitting bottom. I may be a hair off of hitting the bottom of that brace. But, so I did it on this board here, which I'm using on the outside. And the same thing, centered hole. It's like, you know, a hair over 3/8. But it's just looks too low. So, not going to be drilling those bottom holes. We'll just go with the 4 top holes. And maybe a larger size bolt. I think I'm just, you know, I'm just shy of hitting the bottom of that thing because the transom is wedged in there. If I trim the sides up, I'm bringing it down, it'll be closer to this measurement, which is about, still not even the quarter, which is still too freaking low. I mean, I can go in here and show you if I can get in this freaking thing. But right here on the bottom, you see, that's the same. From the bottom up, it's the same. You know, I just think that's too low to be drilling a frickin' hole. And I'm thinking, when I cut this top off to put on the back, I'm gonna cut it about a 1/4 inch lower than my mark because the cap has to go on the top. I think this is going to be enough to take up that space between the knee and the transom board. I think this is what I'll be looking for right here. Fit that in there. I got some more pieces of this laying around, little pieces here and there, but I think this is all I'm going to need. Alright,